Dear Prudence by the Beatles. This is an iconic fingerstyle song based on the same pattern throughout. We're going to look at all sections of this, and I'll leave a link at the top of the description to 100% accurate tab, which is going to be really important to follow this tutorial properly. You'll find a link to my fingerstyle courses available at andyguitar.co.uk. If you need any help with this kind of Travis picking style or kind of reverse Travis picking, let me know. Any song requests you have in the comments below. Let's take a deep dive into this fantastic song. So I'm in drop D tuning, which means the thickest E string has been taken down to a D note. I'm presuming you know about that, but I do have a full video for it if you do a quick search on my website. It's just taking the thickest string down a whole tone. And the chords to this song are D major for this main progression, D over C, which is a tricky one if you're not used to playing notes with the little finger in chord grips. And then we have D over this B note, and keeping two notes from a D chord ringing out. And then it goes over a B flat, which that's the tricky one. You can see I can't play this unless I have a real kink to my wrist. The rest I can have the wrist all nice and natural, but that one, that does require quite a kink to the wrist for me to be able to play it, but there's not too much tension in the wrist, but that's certainly the chord that's going to give you some problems. The first three chords, incidentally, are the same as Thank You by Led Zeppelin. Played a little bit differently to enable that riff to be played with the sus2s, but it's essentially the same chords in another iconic song. So there you go, 2 for 1. But for Dear Prudence, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is a normal D chord, a D chord with the little finger on a C. Then we play this on the thinner strings, just middle finger and third finger left down of a D chord. First finger on the second fret. All 6 strings are going to ring out for every chord. And then that first finger goes to the first fret. And then we play the following finger picking pattern throughout. Now what's happening here is the thumb is doing this kind of reverse Travis picking where it's not starting on the root note, it's starting on string 5. So the thumb is always going 5, 4, 6, 4 throughout. And I recommend starting off, making sure you can get that going, and then alternating through each chord while keeping the rest of the chord down. If you can do that, you probably get a handle on this song pretty quickly. On the thinner strings, it's string 1, string 3, and then 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So get it once, and then see if you can repeat it while keeping the rhythm right. It will probably take quite a while to get the 1 bar of this, and then once you've got 1 bar, it kind of can flow off the fingers a bit more. Then the little finger's going to go on the 3rd fret, and then first finger 2nd fret, and then the nasty stretch one. Can be easier to do this stretch on electric guitar if you have one. But that's the main pattern for Dear Prudence. Sorry, I can't sing at the moment, I got a cold. But yeah, that's the main pattern. That main pattern repeats throughout the song until the very end of the chorus. Dear Prudence. And it's just a C add 9 to a G over B, because we don't want to play that note because it'll be detuned, but it's basically a G chord. So C add 9. Won't you come out to play? And going back to the main pattern. If you need more help getting to that level of fingerstyle, my main fingerstyle course is linked to in the description below, and that should really help you get up to that tempo. We literally covered this pattern in that course and break it down in way more time than I have for a YouTube tutorial. But for the intro, we have these triad patterns on the left hand with the same fingerstyle pattern in the right as we've already learned. So if you can do that already, we're just adding new chord shapes to be able to play the intro, which repeats at the end of the song as well. But for the intro, we essentially have this triad, like a little ninth chord, a little D9, to a normal D. This is one of the patterns that's going to repeat. This is just a D major triad with the root, 5th and the 3rd, but we started off at 12, 10, 11. That's chord number 1. Number 2, 10, 10, 11. This then slides down 1 fret to play a C major triad. So that's the notes of the C. This isn't a C shape, it's more like an E shape, like an E bar chord. Then we're going to use a D shape at 7, 8 and 7, so that just looks like a D major, doesn't it? But it's actually a G chord. And then we move to an A triad. And then back to a C triad but played here. And this is how we practice triads if you've not come across them before. Pick the same chord and just move between it. That's the C major. And that's what you want to be doing if this is a real area of study for you. But to go back to these chords for the intro, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It does 6 again, just for another 2 beats. And then we're at the normal D major chord, down the descending pattern. And with the fingerstyle pattern that we did before, it's exactly the same as this. That's the intro. For the ending, that repeats almost the same, but it's not quite the same. It starts off on this beautiful chord shape here at 14, 12, and 14. That is, this is what I'm holding down. But I sometimes use my little finger for a lot of these stretches because it's easier, but I think that's easier for you to see. So 1, 2, 3. Slide that down by 2 frets, so 12, 10, 12, and then it's the same as what we've already done, and that becomes this. Faded out. The only other section to this song is right in the middle, and we have more strumming in this part. So It's the same progression, it happens in the same timing for the first two times, and then it slows down. We have kind of the sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? That's the only bit that's different. You can strum that with your nails. The sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. So let's just have a playthrough around the first minute of the song just to see how this all kind of fits together. Going right from the top, I'll do a little bit of singing. Apologies, I do have a cold, so my voice sounds even worse than normal. Let's have a play of this together in 2, 3, 4. Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, meet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? That's how to play Dear Prudence. Let me know your favourite fingerstyle songs in the comments below. You'll find a link down there to my fingerstyle course, and I'll leave a couple of other lessons on screen now that I think you might enjoy. See you next time. Bye-bye.